World of Tank Blitzers and future Mumrads. I'm Littlefinger here today to share a little more knowledge. This time we are talking about the Japanese tech tree. As you can see here, there is only one line. Currently fall of 2016, so these are the only tier path that you have to choose from. So, in general, what do we know about these Japanese tanks? Well, they are lightly armored and have decent mobility and excellent gun depression and I would say above average firepower. They are on the large side for medium tanks when you compare them to the other nations, but I would have to say that they play very similar to the American medium line. And if you watch my review on that, I basically said that all of those tanks, based upon each category, they are average to maybe slightly above average as far as like mobility and armor and all of those categories. Nothing really stands out as being exceptional, but there's no real deficiency. So outside of the Renault Atsu there at tier 1, these tanks have good mobility. I really enjoyed these tanks, especially the Chiri with the 3-round autoloader. That thing can do over 400 hit point damage in a very short amount of time, and it does have a quick reload, about 9 seconds, I believe. So, as with all of the World of Tank Blitz tanks, it can be difficult once you start getting up into tier 6 and 7 and 8 to grind out to the next tier. So I strongly recommend you use your free experience points whenever possible to upgrade the turret and the gun. Otherwise, you do suffer from a lack of penetration and damage in your games. One of the things with these Japanese tanks is they do have good penetration values, but they don't dish out necessarily a lot of damage at one time. So you have to use your mobility, which is obviously your strength in this tank, to be more like a ninja and get a shot in and just relocate or hide. And never in these tanks do you want to get into a situation where you are trading shots with anyone. So these tanks are going to appeal to someone that plays more cautious with their hit points. I like to say, just pretend like you're starting out each battle with being a one-shot kill, and then towards the end of the game, if you've got hit points remaining, you can be a little bit more aggressive. So let's go ahead and take a look at the details on the Tier 10 STB-1. So here is the STB-1. This is a really nice looking tank. The stats there on the right are pulled from the Wikipedia page for World of Tanks, so they might be slightly different than what the gameplay is for Blitz, but in general they're pretty close. So the speed limit there at 53 kilometers per hour is fairly good. That's going to be a little bit slower than your German tanks like the Leo, but right up there in line with the Russian tanks, and definitely faster than the American tanks. The hull and turret armor at 110 and 132 are without a doubt the weak spot on this tank. I think that is the lowest of any of the mediums in tier 10. But where it lacks in armor, it certainly picks up in the gun. Damage at 390 hit points, I believe, it might be close to the top in the tier, with 258 penetration. Those are numbers similar to the gun on the FV4202, which is a great gun, but it also has a 7.5 rate of fire, so it gives you a DPM of 29-25, which is about the best in the class, I believe. And with that also, the gun depression there at 10 degrees is by far the best gun in the tier. So I have not made it up to this tank yet. I'm still at tier 9, and I'm really looking forward to to playing this tank. So that wraps up the review of the Japanese tanks as they are currently set up in World of Tank Blitz. Hopefully more are on the way. So, as always, guys, stay safe out there. Enjoy playing this fun and exciting game. Get educated, not fingered. Littlefinger out.